Let's continue with our discussion of The 5 Types of Wealth by Sahil Bloom. Today is the second part of our interpretation. This time, we're talking about time wealth. People always need a deliberate reminder to truly realize how precious time is. But this is an easy calculation. Suppose everyone lives to 80. If you're 20 this year, you have about 2 billion seconds left in your life. If you're 50, you have 1 billion seconds left. Do you know how much each of those seconds is worth? Warren Buffett's net worth is around $130 billion. He leads a fulfilling life. Reading every day, doing research, commenting on global affairs, sharing insights. Many people are eager to hear what he says, and he's still relatively healthy. But you surely wouldn't want to swap lives with him. Because Buffett is already 94 years old. He doesn't have much time left, and his best friend Charlie Munger has already passed away. If you were willing to sell your remaining time to Buffett, even 1 second for $1 or $10, he would absolutely be willing to buy. In the eyes of someone like Buffett, every idle hour you waste equals tens of thousands of dollars thrown away. Flowers can bloom again, but youth never returns. Time is the most precious form of wealth. To manage time wealth, Bloom suggests 3 core pillars. 1. Recognize the finiteness of time. 2. Focus your attention on what truly matters, ignore the rest. This is your high-leverage system. 3. Build the ability to freely control your own time. Let's begin with the finiteness of time. Sometimes, we just need special reminders. Ancient Rome had a tradition. Whenever a general achieved a great military victory, he would parade on a grand chariot through the streets of Rome, receiving cheers from the people. Surrounded by adoration, it was easy to feel invincible. So the Romans arranged for someone to ride in the chariot with the hero. This person's sole duty was to whisper repeatedly during the parade, "Remember you are only mortal. Remember you will die." I think many powerful people today need such reminders. But you can be your own reminder. There's a popular exercise called Memento Mori calendar. It looks like this. It's a dot grid chart. Each dot represents 1 week. Each row has 52 dots, 1 year, and the whole chart has 80 rows, a lifespan of 80 years. Every week that passes, you fill in a dot. You can very clearly see yourself moving closer to death. Since 2003, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics has conducted annual surveys to see how people spend their daily time and with whom. The charts show these general trends. Time spent with parents and siblings peaks in childhood and plummets after age 20, when you leave home for school or work. Time with your children peaks in your 30s and 40s, averaging around 4 hours a day, then declines to about 1 hour a day after age 50. You may think you have many friends, but in reality, time spent with friends declines steadily after age 18. The person you spend the most time with is your partner, especially after retirement, when it's just the two of you most of the time. Choosing your partner wisely is crucial. You see colleagues daily, but after retirement, you rarely interact with them. The only kind of time that consistently increases with age is time spent alone. After retirement, most of your time is solitude. What does this mean? It means that for some people in your life, you've already spent your very last moment together. Last year, my brother and I had the chance to visit the Songhua River Highway Bridge in Harbin. That bridge was built when we were children. I remember once my father took us for a long walk across it. The railings are still the same as back then. During that walk, he warned us that the gaps in the railing were wide, and told us to be careful. It was just an ordinary stroll, on a bridge near home. Who could have imagined it would be the last time we walked that bridge with him? We grew up, got busy, built families and careers, and never again walked there with our father. Now he has passed away. Maybe you've already had your last laugh with your siblings, told your child their last bedtime story, or shared your last deep talk with a friend, without realizing it at the time. If we knew it was the last time, we might have made those moments more meaningful. The ancient Greeks had 2 words for time. One is chronos, quantitative, clock-based time, flowing steadily no matter what you're doing. The other is kairos, qualitative, the meaningful, memorable moments in life. You want to create more kairos. You don't want your life consumed entirely by chronos. You might be working 996, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m., 6 days a week, looking busy, but it's all chronos. The late nights of overtime, the projects you slaved away on, your boss, colleagues, and clients will all eventually forget them. They don't matter. As the saying goes, decades later, the only person who will remember your late-night overtime is your child, because you weren't home with them. The truth is people waste enormous amounts of time on meaningless things, for two main reasons. 1. Fear of missing out. You chase every new opportunity, every new trend, worried you'll be left behind. But blind chasing is passive. You're following others' rhythms, not creating true value, and you'll rarely get ahead. 2. Distraction. Our brains aren't built for multitasking. Every time you switch from task A to task B, your brain lingers in attention residue, still stuck on task A. Switching costs add up into massive waste. The ideal work state is to focus deeply on one thing for long stretches. But modern life is full of interruptions. Messages, calls, coworkers. True focus is rare. Constant busyness plus distraction puts you in a reactive mode, trapped in time poverty. Research shows time-poor people suffer higher stress, exercise less, eat more unhealthily, and face higher rates of cardiovascular disease. Yet ironically, they're also less productive. One study found that 80% of professionals don't have time for what they truly want to do. You might dream of learning a new skill or developing a new product, but your time is already filled with trivialities. Kids face the same problem, stuffed with endless tutoring classes and scheduled activities, with no free time to explore. This lifestyle is deeply flawed. So how can we reclaim time wealth? Bloom suggests two guiding principles. First, focus. Attention is like sunlight. Spread out, it has little effect, but concentrated, like a magnifying glass, it can ignite. Cal Newport, in Deep Work, argues that in today's economy, focus is the only path to growth and success. The more distractions in the world, the rarer and more valuable focus becomes. Only deep work creates real value and long-term success. Second, only do what matters most. Warren Buffett once advised his pilot, Mike Flint, who complained he hadn't achieved many of his career goals. Buffett told him to write down his top 25 goals. Then pick the most important 5. Flint did this. Buffett then asked, "What about the other 20? Flint replied, "I'll work on the top 5 first, and handle the rest when I have time." Buffett corrected him, "No. Those 20 should go on your avoid at all costs list. Only then can you fully commit to the top 5. In short, you must focus only on what truly matters." With awareness and principles set, let's talk about practical methods to control time. Bloom suggests 3 mental models. 1. The importance-urgency matrix. This is the Eisenhower matrix from The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. Important and urgent. Crises, deadlines, do them immediately. Important but not urgent. Long-term value tasks, exercise, learning, relationships, spend most of your time here. Not important but urgent. Low-value distractions like calls, emails, delegate them. Not important and not urgent. Pure waste, meaningless entertainment, eliminate them. Many people suggest merely reducing time on non-important tasks. But that's too timid. Remember, your time is too precious. Strive to spend time only on important but not urgent, and firmly avoid not important and not urgent. For urgent but important tasks, limit their impact by batching and handling them quickly. Once you classify clearly, you can review what actually energizes you. Do more of it. What drains you? Do less. Some people start each morning with the 3 most important tasks. Others block specific time windows. Either way works. 2. Learn to say no. If you can't say no, you'll always be overloaded. This follows Parkinson's law. Work expands to fill the time allotted. To prevent trivialities from filling your schedule, you must refuse them. Bloom offers 2 rules. For personal commitments, like events, ask, if this were happening right now, would I do it? If not, say no. For professional commitments, like projects, ask, does this perfectly align with my priorities, and would I still do it even if it took twice the time and gave half the reward? If not, say no. The truth, truly worthwhile opportunities are rare. 3. Create rituals. Breaking big tasks into steps helps focus. Rituals also prime the mind. Bloom himself uses a personal 5-sense routine to enter flow before long focus sessions. Touch, a short walk or cold plunge. Taste, a cup of black coffee. Sight, sit by a window with greenery. Sound, classical music. Smell, the scent of wood in his office. You don't need to copy this exactly. The point is, treat focus as sacred. Because time itself is sacred. In a sense, the finiteness of time is a gift. Limited means precious, precious means treated with care, care makes it meaningful, that's what creates kairos. There's a line from the movie Troy that Achilles says, worth remembering. I'll tell you a secret. Something they don't teach you in your temple. The gods envy us. They envy us because we are mortal. Because any moment might be our last. Everything is more beautiful because we are doomed. You will never be lovelier than you are now. We will never be here again. That's it for today's content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
If you feel there is value in this, please like, subscribe to this channel, and leave your thoughts or suggestions in the comments section. Let's grow together and read more good books.